What affects moral responsibility? Have you ever wondered what really shapes our sense of moral responsibility? It's a fascinating question that touches on many aspects of our lives. Moral responsibility is about being deserving of praise or blame for our actions based on moral obligations. Several factors come into play when we think about what affects this concept. First, let's talk about free will and determinism. This debate is central to understanding moral responsibility. If our actions are determined by things outside our control, it raises questions about whether we can truly be held responsible. Many people argue that having free will is essential for moral accountability. Next, we have consciousness and intentionality. Consciousness allows us to make choices that align with our values. Intentionality refers to having thoughts and feelings directed toward our actions. Both of these elements help us understand why we act the way we do. However, not everything is conscious. Non-conscious influences, like implicit biases and habits, can also affect our behavior. Some argue that these influences can undermine our moral responsibility by limiting our ability to make fully informed choices. Others believe we can still be held accountable, even when these factors come into play. Intentions and consequences are also key. The intentions behind our actions reveal our motivations, while the consequences show how our actions impact others. Both aspects are crucial when we consider moral responsibility. Social roles play a part too. Depending on our roles in society, we may be held to different moral standards. This can affect how our actions are perceived and judged by others. Finally, we must consider causal involvement and freedom. The degree to which we are involved in an action and whether we had the freedom to choose differently are essential. Often, moral responsibility requires that we had the ability to make a different choice. Understanding these factors is important for making ethical decisions and attributing moral responsibility accurately. For example, in legal situations, the intention behind an action and whether someone could have acted differently are often key in determining guilt. In personal relationships, being aware of intentions and consequences can help resolve conflicts and maintain ethical standards. These elements highlight the complexity of moral responsibility. They reminded us that it is not just about the actions themselves but also about the motivations and circumstances surrounding those actions.